What's up, guys? This is Yelnats. Today we're going to make a full track using only silence. What I'm going to do is resample track 1 into track 2 so I can get our silent sample. Damn, that sounds really good. I'm going to start with the drums. I'm going to drag a drum rack in. Just take any part of the silent sample. And let's go ahead and just do a kick, snare, and a hi-hat. So I'm going to drag those in here. So these already sound pretty good. I'm going to take this silent sample of the kick, shorten it a little bit, and I'm going to transpose it down maybe an octave, just to give it that low punch. I think I'm also going to throw like some EQ onto this kick. You can use all the bands to boost the low end. There we go. For the snare, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to shorten that a little bit. I'm going to add a saturator, maybe an OTT. Let's hear that. Oh, too much OTT. Let's take that off. So we got a kick and a snare. That's hard. That is hard. With the hi-hat, instead of pitching it down like I did with the kick, I'm going to pitch this up probably all the way to 48. All right, guys, we got our drum set. With the kick, you're going to want it to be on every beat. And then the hi-hat, you just want 1 or 2 hi-hats. So we're going to do like that. All right. Maybe a little triplet at the end. Okay. Let's hear that, just the drums. Sheesh. So we got our drums. Now all we need is some kind of synth or melody or something. I'm going to use a simpler for the synth. And we're just going to take any piece of this silence here and drag it into the simpler. A little bit of a fade in, fade out. Maybe a little bit of reverb on that. You want to put the decay time up to 60 seconds. That'll really bring out the silence. Usually with my melodies, I usually just use D and G. Especially with the silent stuff, D and G works well. Let's make a bass. And again, we're just going to drag some of this silence into the simpler. It's already pretty bassy. I think the only thing I'm going to do, just put some grain delay on there. The sub does really well with grain delay. For subs, I don't like the D and G thing. I usually like to just use C and B. And then I think I'm just going to take this silence that we sampled in the beginning and kind of chop it up a little bit. Something I like to do with the silence is come in here and play with the pitch, a big curve up to plus 44. Shout out plus 44. And then kind of at the end here, just, whoo, yeah. All right, I think we have our full track here. Let's hear it. Yeah, this shit sounds really good. Hope you learned something today. How to make a track using only silence. The biggest producers right now are using these techniques.